And I watched the first hour of gameplay on this guy's channel that I like to watch, but honestly, watching first person on YouTube makes me even more motion sick than actually playing first person myself. So, but that's the other one I'm interested in, but I can't afford it now. Had it pre-ordered and everything, but can't afford it. Someday.
Yeah. Well, I got the. I'm a big sucker for the Steelbook things, so that's the version I ordered. And I didn't do the super deluxe one. I just did the one that was like an extra $20 or whatever.
No. Sorry.
Which I wish they'd just make a Steelbook version, because sometimes I'm like, I don't really want a statue. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't need maps or anything like that, or fake papers. It's like, just give me a Steelbook. Can you just throw that in for an extra $10 and give me the Steelbook? I'm good. That's all I want.
Just let you order the damn Steelbook.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
Well, that's what I like with Bethesda did that with Wolfenstein. They had a collector's edition, which had all the stuff that was sold separate from the game. Granted, you still got like the little Panzerhound, the mechanical thing, but you got like one of their scaled down art books, a bunch of like some of their paperwork in there was actually kind of cool because it was all in German and like 60s. If they took over, it was kind of interesting. But then they had a steelbook in there that was separate, but the steelbook looks like a little notebook.
Oh,
and then
cool.
What's weird is you open it up and there's 4 slots for discs, and I'm like, okay, well the game's 1. There's no behind the scenes,
it's to
Blu-ray,
put your music
DVD.
discs in.
And I'm just like, okay.
It's to put your music CDs.
Because that's what people do still.
Well, I'll tell you what I do, and I know this is kind of dumb, but you open the box to put the game in, and then you remember that there's already another game in there, and so you've got to put that game somewhere. So if there's like more places, then you can put the other CDs in there. And then if you ever need to find out where it is, you just open that steelbook case and with all the discs in it, and you're like, hey,
yeah,
I found them. They're all in here.
But I just figured there'd be more to it. But it comes in a nice big footlocker box that actually has like metal hinges and stuff. I don't know, it's not wood, but it's pretty solid, hefty material, whatever it is.
Awesome.
Because they had it on sale around Christmas, I think. Because I think it was like $100 by itself. They had it on sale, I think, for $40. Like they were trying to clearance them out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, for $40, I'll check it out.
I love my steelbooks. I hope I never have to get rid of them. They're so cool. It makes you feel like you have something real.
Yeah, it's a little more substantial.
Yes. Fuck you guys.
Which I've been trying to keep every Marvel movie that comes out since they've been doing them. Yeah. Since Thor, I think, is the ones I've been getting, or the Thor: The Dark World. That's what I've been getting. So I have the Winter Soldier one, I have the Guardians of the Galaxy one.
Well, I believe...
I know all the other ones came on steelbooks, but I'm like, you can't find those anymore.
Yeah, I have most of them.
Oh, they were the first ones?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Back a long time ago when we had a dual income, like 10 years ago. Yeah. I think Daredevil's got one. Some of the Marvel ones, or some of the X-Men ones.
Yeah, the only X-Men one I have is that the Days of Future Past.
Yeah, there's this one, I think it's X-Men 3, where Wolverine's claws are clawing down the front, and it's actually like damaged into the, like, imprinted into the metal, his claws going through it. It's pretty crazy.
And I've picked up some of like the $10 ones for like Shawshank Redemption and Gladiator, I think I got. These are all ones I was looking to get on Blu-ray anyway, so...
Yeah, well that's one of the million reasons why we don't go to Blu-ray. It's like, are they going to re-release the actual cool containers for all of them? And the answer is, no.
Well, it all depends. Like, some of them they will. but it just depends on when.
Gotcha.
And then you have different versions of them. You have the $10 ones, like the Gladiator. That one's just artwork's just on the outside. There's nothing inside. And then you have some of the higher level ones, like the Minority Report one they did a couple months ago, which actually had interior artwork. Because I noticed I like the steelbooks that don't really have. It's more movie logo and that's it. No stars' names on the outside. No, none of the movie detail kind of crap. It's just an image of the movie.
Yes.
Because that's part of the reason why I get the steelbooks. It's just for the image. I don't care about. I know who's in it, right? Everybody knows who's in it.
Well, and who cares what it's rated? You bought the damn movie.
Yeah, I don't need to know what studio made it. I don't need any of that. That's why I like the Marvel ones, the current ones. How it's very. They try to hide it. They try to hide the Marvel logo. So even on Thor's, it's very small. We're talking like 1/4 of an inch long, maybe. It's very tiny, and it's just kind of offset. Like you don't really. It's kind of toned down, and it's pictures of Thor, Odin, Loki. I think what the hell's her name? Portman. Like they're on the back, but he's on the front. Yeah.
That reminds me that the next Spider-Man movie's already he's gonna be in Civil War. It's already gonna be a new Spider-Man guy playing.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
they should just switch him out every single movie instead of trying to have any kind of continuity.
Well, that was Sony's problem, is that they didn't really use them the way they should have.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like you guys are rebooting, because that was it before this whole stuff was released about Spider-Man being in the Marvel universe now. They were talking about rebooting the whole franchise again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so you did 10 years, you did a reboot, and now you're doing one in 5? Well, nobody's coming to see your films. I'm like, yeah, because you guys are telling the same basic stories. I'm sorry, but the Sam Raimi stories are actually better. Which you could say is good or bad, but like The Amazing Spider-Man, I watched the first one, I was like, what is this?
Yep. I actually, and then the strange thing is the first one ended up being okay, but then after I saw the reviews on the second one, I was like, there's no way I'm going to go see that. How long was it? Like 2.5 hours? No thanks.
And then I wanted to see the second one just because I'm like, they actually changed the suit. Like the suit was actually starting to look really, really good. Like that's how I picture Spider-Man. That's great, but
yep.
Then they try to do all this other marketing shit where they're like, oh, and this is where he plugs in his MP3 player, and I'm like, really? Is this what we're doing?
Yeah. This is where he plugs in his Sony MP3 player and hooks it into his Sony TV, and this gives him his Sony Wi-Fi. Right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think... I don't know. And the new Fantastic Four, I think we talked about that a week or so ago.
Did you watch the trailer?
Yeah, I did.
Like, it's interesting. It looks more interesting to me than the ones they did, 15 years ago, whatever.
Oh, the 90s one?
Yeah, well, whichever one has that Jessica Alba ones.
I love those. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking more like seeing this trailer makes me more curious as to what it is. I can't say if it's going to be good or not, but it's more...
Well, maybe they left more to the imagination.
Could be. But instead of them being... I do think they're getting rid of that whole family dynamic, though. It seems like they're just kind of a group of people getting together.
But that's the Fantastic Four is all
I know,
family.
And this is the problem with Sony, is that they just kind of... just do whatever.
Just make a fucking movie about
Pretty
anything and then just call it Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Because we need to hold on to those rights, because
yeah.
Marvel's doing something we don't like, and eventually we'll have to sell them Fantastic Four back.
They will.
Or you guys could just make a joint picture, but, don't do that.
I know. Make Galactus come, and then The Avengers could help take him out, but make it like a real badass Galactus.
Make it the real Galactus.
Make it the real Galactus instead of cloudy purple fart Galactus.
Hmm.
Oh, Kirby almost got me on damage.
Well, I focused a lot more on tanking that time. And
that's
a
why I
lot less
wasn't
damage, but...
That's why I wasn't getting any heals from you.
Mm-hmm. That would be why.
Yeah, that's fine.
Damn it. I was wondering why you weren't healing me.
Yeah.